Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, while addressing a press conference at Dimapur, reiterates that AFSPA has no place in a democratic country like India. Sangma also says party's objective in visiting Oting village was to establish peace and reach out to the people. The first case of Omicron variant in the Northeast has been detected in Manipur. The 48-year-old patient has recently returned from Tanzania and is undergoing treatment at JNIMS Imphal. Indian National Congress observes its 137th Foundation Day at party headquarters in Delhi. Various office bearers from different states take part in the celebrations. The victims of Lahori-Jan Tudu Colony eviction drive expressed dissatisfaction and urge Assam government to help rebuild their lives. Victims says the government has always approached them during elections and it's about time that they help the public. Dobu Village Students' Union held its 58th General Session on Tuesday at Changkeng Yang, Dobu Village Students' Union President stated that it's the duty and responsibility of all to build a harmonious and stable society. Contraband items worth over Rs 3.5 crores has been seized by police in Tripura's North District. The drugs has been recovered following raids at two locations, namely Churaibari and Banis Sagar. Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. You're watching English Prime Time. I'm Chipen Kung. Here are the story in details. The National People's Party Nagaland unit had called for a press conference at Tuesday at the residence of Dr. Andrew Ahoto. The press conference was attended by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. Sangma, while addressing the media, stated that AFSPA has no place in a democratic country like India and that it must be repealed at the earliest. Sangma also stated that the National People's Party wanted to visit the site of the Oting massacre with an objective to establish peace and to reach out to the grieving villagers. He further reiterated that the party had no other political agenda behind the visit. Sangma furthermore stated that Nagaland government was apprehensive that multiple visitations might aggravate the law and order situation in the village and hence was reluctant to allow visitors.
Was held out. Well, we don't know what the reasons were that the state government at that point did not allow. Maybe they were worried that there would be aggravation and the emotions may come out. So maybe the state government had that in mind. Really difficult to say about what really was the intention of the government. But the objective of the NPP was really to to appeal for peace and to ensure that we are there to be with the people in the time of need, and we wanted to show our support to them. And that's really what the objective of the party was when we went there, and that's what we did also. But I'm guessing that the state government was concerned that multiple visits by different political leaders could aggravate the situation, which sometimes is a concern. As I also run a government, so these are concerns that do come up when we look at law and order situation. So it could be, but as I said, what happened was not right. As I said, we were trying to only help, and we were only trying to meet the people who had been very affected by what had happened, and trying to show our support in whatever way possible. But as I said, state government might have had their reasons which are not, not known to us.
The Mimi Village Students' Union on Tuesday organized a skill development workshop at Mimi Village. In the workshop, Mr. Munumong and Mrs. Shoyimla were the resource persons. The participants at the workshop were taught how to weave a basket and how to knit clothes. There were about 150 students that participated in the program. At the end of the workshop, 3 of the best products that were created by the participants were awarded a cash prize. The All Assam Minority Students Union AAMSU Karbi Anglong District on Tuesday held a press conference on Tudukan Colony eviction incident. Rajaul Karim Sarkar, AAMSU District President, and Sarkar Machid Kahan, President of Karbi Anglong District Students Union, were present at a press conference. During the press conference, the President stated that the unions are not against the eviction drive carried out by Assam government. However, the union president condemning the eviction drive carried out stated that the people of Tudukan Colony are citizens of Assam and the drive was an inhuman act, and furthermore asked for justice from the state government towards the victims that were suffering due to the eviction drive carried out recently.
You have taken enough pain and you have honored our invitation, and accordingly you are here today. I first of all would like to apologize that we have taken enough time because we wanted to see the condition of the victimized families down there. We also had some relief materials with us which was distributed. That took us little time. Now briefly let me tell you that we are not against any eviction. We support, and it should be, if somebody has illegally occupied any government land, that has to be evicted. However, the eviction that took place on 20th and 24th this month, which we condemn because it was an inhuman act. Now, why I do say this, the reason is we have enough evidence to prove that we are the genuine citizen of this locality. At the same time, we are Indians. Now, the court has said that there has to be no eviction because there was certain dates that was mentioned in the court order, which says that on 4th of January 2022, the people, those who have the pattas, they should submit their documents to the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, and at the same time, the council has to present themselves before court, before Honorable High Court on 11th of January. Now, when we have these papers and we have these documents, there is no point of eviction because the last part of that court order, it says that
Nltv on Tuesday went to Tudukan Colony to cover on the grievances of the people affected by the latest eviction drive conducted by the Assam government. On the ground report, people expressed their frustration towards the Assam government's remarks on naming the residents Bangladeshi and immigrants. Residents furthermore stated that they hold a voter's ID and Aadhaar card to prove their citizenship and that they vote in the elections, but to cast them away and evict them from their place, the porn is unacceptable and demand answers from the government. Residents also stated that Tudukan Colony is a home for different castes and tribes, irrespective of religion, and that they have been living in unity for many years. The residents also demand financial aid from the government in regard to their house being demolished and burnt down.
মই নাগালেণ্ডত একবাৰ গন্ডগোল লাগিছিল 77ত মই আইখিনি চাইছো যে কেনেকৈ গন্ডগোল হয় তেতিয়া মই হুৰু আছিলো চাবলৈ আইছো মই ইয়াতে থাকি গৈছো মই ইয়াৰ ভোটাৰ হয় हम यहाँ के वोटर आदमी है आधार कार्ड है राशन कार्ड है फिर भी हमारा घर तोड़ दिया अभी हमारा 3 गोष्ठी यहाँ में चला गया 1 गोष्ठी चला गया 2 गोष्ठी है हम लोग जाएगा अभी कहाँ अपना जगह जमीन छोड़ के आज भी रेशन दे रहा है आज भी हम रेशन लेकर आया फिर भी हेमंत बनता है हम लोग बांग्लादेशी हमको सबूत दिखा दो हम लोग चला जाएगा और क्या बोलेगा हमारा बच्चा लोग यहाँ में बढ़ के पड़ा हुआ नाती पोता हो गया अभी हम जाएगा कहाँ
आज भी हम लोग को रेशन दिया कार्बी आंगलों असम से अभी जितना भी यहाँ में सरकार का आइन का तरफ से आमसू का तरफ से बात किया उन लोग को हम लोग बधाई देता है जो हमारा बड़ा भाई लोग आया बड़ा ओनर्स लोग आया इन लोग को सबको हम सलाम करता है बधाई देता है जो हम लोग गरीब का साथ दिया है और हमारा जितना भी ओनर्स लोग है वो लोग भी हम लोग का साथ होना चाहिए हम लोग का ओनर्स लोग भी साथ होना चाहिए आज हम लोग को बुला के रेशन दे रहा है रेशन हम लोग कार्बी आंगलों का आसाम का खा रहा है कैसे हम लोग नागरिक नहीं है देखिए यहाँ में जितना भी है हमारा लड़का बच्चा भी है स्टूडेंट है हाँ अभी पढ़ने के लिए ये लोग को रास्ता चाहिए एजुकेशन चाहिए एजुकेशन के लिए सामान चाहिए हाँ आप लोग सरकार हो गया आप लोग हम लोग को तोड़ दे रहा है हम लोग का सपना को तोड़ दे रहा है यहाँ में अनलीगली कोई नहीं है लीगल वाला आदमी है बड़ा भाई लोग काफी बोल के गया है इसका साथ में हम लोग उन लोग को भी बधाई देता है सलाम देता है वो लोग हमारा साथ होकर हम लोग को दुख सुख को पार करने के लिए दे
Manuhanda house window 646 no ledo 7 months ahead man bangi ase to idu mohani ni book kuda rakhe to Manuhan foundation bana dan din na hoy udine mohani do Nagaland bi jago na bre but mohan Nagaland ni jago labin hoy mohan do ye de vote mohan 38 years hoise du to koi thakina to mohan do vote bi di ase ration card bi di pai ase asam de to mohan election time de do mohan ge mate mohan jai na mohan la nijola right nijola election thurigina vote right thurigina mohan jai de mohan election diole to ena hoigina ide mohan last moment de na hoise time bi dia nai 1 year la time na hoy mohan 1 month 2 months la time na mohan mangisuli dia nai ulbi dubi kon hoy ulbi dia ki hoise ide to government from humble request kora government hange mohan financially help lage du ase aro du bisri du mati hulibi mohan na dibo mohan murlibi dibe muribo udoni ki be ekta solution olai dibi gona moi asam government hange moi request kora ase thank you so much
सबके सलाम दिया से तो एकदा कथा कब आमी खान दी यादे थकी गेना एमा साल होइसे यादे जन्म होय गेना यादे तक टांगर होय गेना थकी आसे एतु परा एतिया तो ले अचानक को दे जाबो एतु परा एतिया तो फांगिसे आरो खर लागा आरो सामान खान सब फांगी दिया तो ले आरो एतो गवर्नमेंट बरा मदद करिबो लागे एतु कथा बस
The Western Simi Kukami Hoho celebrated its silver jubilee at Simi Cultural Center, Vihoku Kami, Newland on Tuesday. The chief guest for the event was Minister of PHED Government of Nagaland, Jacob Chimomi. The jubilee monolith was dedicated by Dr. Pukodo Sema, Executive Secretary WSBAK, and the monolith was unveiled by the chief guest.
Silver Jubilee Memorial.
The Tubu Village Students' Union held its 58th General Session on Tuesday at Changkyang Yang, Tubu Village. The Tubu Village General Session was chaired by the Tubu Village Students' Union office bearers. The Tubu Village Students' President P. Metchai Konyak welcomed all the students, VCs, GBs, village communitization VDP members, government staff, KNSK and public leaders of Tubu Village at the session and expressed gratitude for the support and cooperation to build a harmonious society. John Kone, EBRC coordinator, said that education is a must and the most powerful weapon that changes the world no matter what you are and where you are, and encouraged the parents to give prior importance to children's education. P. John Kangyu, a teacher of Shinyu Village, addressed the session and said that education should not target only to get government jobs but motivate individuals to become self-sufficient and self-reliant and help the society in general.
Speaker, Nltv Executive, Council Chairman, Council Member, HGB Congradin, VDP Secretary, VDP Member Din, KNSK, Government Staff.
Contraband items worth over Rs 3.5 crores were recovered by police in Tripura's North District. The trucks were recovered following raids at two locations, namely Churaibari and Banisakar. In relation to this, 3 persons have been apprehended by the police, while as many as 25,000 bottles of banned cough syrup was recovered during the raid in Churaibari. In the other raid at Anisakar, a total of 4,655 bottles of Panserial cough syrup and 31,824 numbers of contraband tablets were recovered during the operation. The Mizoram Health Department on Tuesday has confirmed that the state is still free of the Omicron variant of COVID-19, as 2 foreign returnees whose samples have been sent for genome sequencing have tested negative for a highly transmissible new variant. State Nodal Officer of Integrated Disease Surveillance Program and official spokesperson on COVID-19, Dr. Batsuao Lalmol Soma, said that the 2 returnees have come from Australia and Singapore recently. They were diagnosed with COVID-19 on their arrival at Langpui Airport in Aizawl, and their samples were sent for genome sequencing to the National Institute of Biomedical Genomics in West Bengal's Kalyani on December 22, which came out negative for Omicron on Monday. Following the successful installation of the tallest flagpole in northeast India at Moirang, the Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Singh, has announced that the tallest Indian national flag in the northeast will be hoisted at Moirang in the state. It was in Moirang where the flag of the Indian National Army, led by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, was hoisted for the first time on April 14, 1944. The Chief Minister Biren Singh tweeted about his inspection of the ongoing construction of the Indian National Army Museum War Memorial at Moirang. The minister also said that it was a matter of great pride that we have successfully installed the tallest flagpole in the northeast at Moirang. The first case of Omicron variant of coronavirus in the northeast was detected in Manipur on Monday. A 48-year-old patient from Imphal West District who recently returned from Tanzania via Delhi has been tested positive for COVID-19 on the 8th day of his return to India. The patient's sample was collected on December 21 and sent for genome sequencing at the Institute of Bioresources and Sustainable Development in Imphal. The patient has been sent to Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal for treatment, and his condition is said to be stable. 3 members from the patient's family have been tested positive for coronavirus, and samples are not yet confirmed for the Omicron variant. A total of rupees 195 crore was recovered in cash along with gold and silver from Uttar Pradesh businessman Piyush Jain's office and residence in raids conducted by the Income Tax Department and DGGI. The officials have called for around 20 cash counting machines and an entire team of SBI officials to count the money which is still being recovered from the businessman. The officials on 26th December arrested Piyush and inquired on the case. On 25th and 26th December, the officials recorded Piyush's statement and registered a case under CGST Act. The Indian National Congress has celebrated its 137th Foundation Day on Tuesday at the party's headquarters in the national capital. The top Congress leaders, including Interim President Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Priyanka Kantivatra, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and several other national, state and district office bearers have attended the 137th Foundation Day celebrations in Delhi. The celebrations were officially kicked off by Interim President Sonia Gandhi, who unfurled the party's flag in the presence of senior leaders. However, as she tried to hoist the party's flag, it fell down from the post. Delhi government has directed police and other authorities to deal strictly with those who violate the COVID-19 rules following the increase of coronavirus cases and a night curfew in place to contain the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, the government has also banned celebrations on the occasion of New Year. Police officials are checking and questioning people who are found on the road during the curfew hours, and stringent actions are also being taken against those found guilty of violating COVID-19 rules. Reliance Jio has warned clients about eKYC scams in a letter to its customers on Monday and stated that the security of its customers is always of utmost importance. Reliance Jio cautioned its customers against rising cyber frauds and also explained the modus operandi that scammers use to deceive naive customers. The telco explained that imposters claim that failure to complete the eKYC will result in Jio services getting impacted. Reliance Jio's letter was issued after similar warning letters from the CEOs of Bharti Airtel and Vodafone to their clients sent earlier this year. The Department of Telecommunication on December 28 said that the fifth-generation wireless technology, which will allow faster and more responsive internet services, will be rolled out in 13 cities, including 4 metros in 2022. The Telecom Department said that costing about Rs 224 crores, the project is likely to be completed by December 31st, paving the way for end-to-end testing of 5G user equipment and network equipment by 5G stakeholders developing 5G products, services, use cases, including indigenous startups, SMEs, academia and industry in the country. 5G spectrum auctions work has already started, even as top telecom companies such as Airtel, Reliance Jio and Vodafone Idea have established 5G trial sites. Dates are yet to be decided, but the DOT had in September sought recommendation from the telecom sector regulator try on various aspects, including the reserve price, band plan, block size and the quantum of spectrum to be auctioned. Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister of India, on December 28 dedicated 24 bridges and 3 roads built by border roads organizations to the nation. Of the 24 bridges, 9 are in Jammu and Kashmir, 5 each in Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh, 3 in Uttarakhand and 1 each in Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. The dedication was done through a virtual event from Delhi. During the event, he spoke about the need to develop border areas in today's uncertain environment and possibility of conflict. During his address, he also talked about importance of connectivity of roads in process of developing the nation. Rajnath Singh also shared the fact that a road built by BRO at an altitude of 19,000 feet in Umling La Pass in Ladakh is the world's highest motorable road. He also said that in modern times, distance is not measured in kilometers but is measured in terms of hours. India's biggest skill competition, India Skills 2021, will be held at India Trade Promotion Organization Prakari Maidan in New Delhi from January 6 to 10, 2022. The national competition will be organized by the National Skill Development Corporation, working under the guidance of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship under Skill India Mission. The country's biggest skill competition will bring together more than 500 participants from 26 states and union territories, covering 54 skills such as beauty therapy, cybersecurity, floristry, auto body repair, cloud computing, water technology, painting and decorating, health and social care. The state-level competitions were conducted across 26 states and union territories, whereby witnessing over 2.5 lakh registrations. The 500-plus finalists from the 4 regions will now be exhibiting their skills at a national-level competition to vie for a gold and silver medal in each skill category. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said that India has emerged as the second biggest startup hub in the world with majority help of students from the Indian Institute of Technology. In his address at the 54th convocation ceremony of IIT Kanpur, Prime Minister Modi said that in 75 years of independence, there are over 75 unicorns, over 50,000 startups, and IIT Kanpur's contribution in developing 5G technology has been recognized globally. All students were issued digital degrees launched by the Prime Minister through an in-house blockchain-driven technology developed at the Institute under the National Blockchain Project. The digital degrees can be verified globally and are unforgeable. The District Disaster Management Authority of Leh lodged an FIR under Disaster Management Act against a person for hiding travel details and not cooperating with authorities and violating the home quarantine SOPs. Meanwhile, the District Administration of Leh has appealed to the public to follow COVID-19 SOPs and cooperate with the Health Department. And that's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awaz. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global Chapter, and for Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138.